Back at it again, and we've got to talk about this Speaker of the House race once again because things are getting a little spicy, but in a good way. I think you're really going to like this one. But first, we have to talk about what AOC had to say about this whole situation. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive in.
We run out of time. I've got to ask you about the House itself. You have no speaker right now. The Republicans defenestrated Kevin McCarthy, couldn't agree on Steve Scalise or Jim Jordan. Now Byron Donalds, congressman from Florida, wants to be speaker. What do you make of him?
He's only served one term in the U.S. House of Representatives. Last thing that he did in an oversight committee was attempt to submit falsified evidence to an impeachment hearing. I think it helps to know where all the bathrooms are before you run for the U.S. House of Representatives personally. And I think it helps to have some real experience in one of the most complex legislative bodies in the world before you try to run it.
And last question.
He's only been there 1 year, coming from the bartender. And listen, I'm not ragging on bartenders. Everybody has a job in society, okay? But come on, really? As a matter of fact, I think we need somebody with less experience in Congress that isn't beholden to the lobbyist, okay? That's just my personal opinion, but what does Byron Donalds say?
What's your pitch going to be in there?
Look, my pitch is very simple. This is going to be a process where it's member-driven, not speaker-driven. We need to get back to work, secure our border, fund our government responsibly, and hold this administration accountable. And last but not least, our members, we got to be focused on purpose and mission. That's it.
There's been some.
I spoke to the president. I think the president is going to watch us through our process. I think he's going to be happy with who's going to be the next Speaker of the House. And I think, that's what's going to happen.
Do you want his endorsement, and what difference could that make?
Listen, I love the president. He has supported me. Of course, I've endorsed him. But right now, this is going to be a process of and by the members. And I think we're going to be done pretty quickly. Yes, sir.
Do you have enough experience to be speaker? Because that's a concern some of your colleagues have.
Yeah, actually I do. And that's because I spent 20 years in the business community. I actually was a member of our state legislature. I've chaired committees. I know the legislative process. I worked with our colleagues up here to get a lot of policies done, H.R. 1, H.R. 2, H.R. 5. Limit, Save, Grow. But last but not least, we have a lot of talent in our leadership team and in this body. It's not about one person. It's about all our members collectively. I'm going to go ahead and go in the room, guys. I'll see you later.
Now, did y'all catch what he said there? He said, I think Trump will be very happy with who becomes Speaker of the House. He also said that this will be a very quick process. Take note of that.
I am a House Freedom Caucus member, have been there ever since I got to Congress. But especially this year, I've worked with members all through our conference about some of the key issues that face us. Obviously, right now, it's appropriations. And these members understand that I'm truthful with them. I don't pull punches. I'm very direct. But at the same time, we have to have these members at the table. That's why I believe that the Speaker's office shouldn't be focused about the Speaker. It should be about allowing the members to work cohesively to do that job. If we're focused on mission and focused on members communicating, we will be able to get our work done. And I believe that's why I can get to 217 votes on that.
Okay. You catching my drift? Are you catching my drift? But of course, we need Byron Donalds because, once again, as you saw there, he can articulate himself very, very well. And as he said himself, he pulls no punches. He also does something that I think Republicans should do a lot more. Check it out.
Even if you listen to the last segment with Jake, everything that was just talked about is not on the minds of independent voters in America. They are focused on the things that are affecting their families. First and foremost, has my child actually caught up from being locked out of schools for 2 years? Is fentanyl, which is a major issue in so many communities around our country, is the president going to do the job of securing our border and stopping the drug cartels from having operational control of our southern border? Are we going to maintain the dollar as the world's reserve currency while China's trying to negotiate around the United States? Inflation, yes, the year-over-year number is trending down, but the impact of inflation on the American family has completely devalued their wages over the last 2 years. Those are the things that really matter to Americans. Even if you listen.
Speaking the truth, baby. speaking the truth, not going with these stupid little talking points and all that other crap, speaking the truth. But he also said something that I think you guys may like as well. Check this out.
You become speaker, will you release all of the January 6th footage?
I will, absolutely.
Oh boy. Oh boy. That is some fantastic news right there. And of course, Byron Donalds has been receiving more and more support recently. One of the guys who has come out and given, Donald Trump, Byron Donalds, goodness gracious, can't talking like Joe Biden today or something, I guess, is this guy right here. Chip Roy, the American people deserve to win again, and Byron Donalds is the man to deliver that change. Here you go. Who can finish the job we started back in January? They deserve a change, and Byron Donalds is the man to deliver that change. Chip Roy. Now, of course, I had some problems with Chip Roy and what he had to say about Matt Gaetz and the other 7 who ousted Kevin McCarthy, but there has been some interesting news coming out of people who support Byron Donalds. I think you guys are gonna scratch your heads a little bit on this one, but hear me out. This may actually be a great thing. Carlos, I don't know how to say his last name, Jimenez, who you guys may remember was one of the individuals who voted against, right? Jim Jordan. Remember the 25 that voted against Jim Jordan? Well, here's one of them. Check it out.
You like Byron Donalds, the gentleman lower left on the screen. I guess I have to ask, what do you think his chances are?
I think his chances are good. Actually, he's a America First real conservative, somebody that I can back. Obviously, I already said that he's a friend. He's also from my neighboring district. He's fellow Floridian, also a classmate. And I was honored to endorse him and actually nominate him for conference chair. I think he'd be a great speaker, somebody that can unify all factions in the Republican Party. And look, it's not like we have liberals and moderates. We actually have conservatives and more conservatives, and it's within that range. But you need to unify our party and get moving forward. I think he'd be a great national figure. I think he'd be a great fundraiser for us, and he understands the need for the Republican Party to maintain its majority and actually increase its majority. So I'll be happy to endorse and vote for Byron. It's going to be a long process, and at the end, whoever comes out, I'm sure I'll be willing to endorse and vote for that individual on the floor.
Carlos, one of the individuals that voted against Jim Jordan vehemently, has come out in support of Byron Donalds, who voted against Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan, the speaker, has officially endorsed Byron Donalds for speaker. Writes, here you have it. And I know some of you are probably thinking, well, if he's supporting Byron Donalds, maybe this is the bad thing. And I hear you. Because, of course, that ran through my mind for a second as well. Even though, I feel like I have watched a lot of Byron Donalds recently. And, of course, we've seen a lot of clips of Byron Donalds, as you guys might remember, around Donald Trump. Wherever you saw Donald Trump for a while, Byron Donalds was close behind. Y'all remember all those clips, all those videos that were coming out? You see Donald Trump, right next to him is Byron. Just saying. I'm just saying. And even if you want to say, because Carlos is endorsing Byron, it's probably a bad thing, I'm going to show you why it's actually not and why there is no need to fear. Check it out. So here we have what's called a Liberty score. Look who's at the very top of that. Yeah, Byron Donalds himself at the very top of that list. Here, I'll blow it up for you. There you go. Here, I'm going to take myself off the screen so you can see the whole list. The person that they wanted to nominate initially is McCarthy. Well, who they did nominate, I should say, McCarthy. Votes to liberals, percentage of votes to liberals, 46%. Guess who's right behind, who's tied with him, actually? You know who Patrick McHenry is? The guy who's the substitute basically right now for House Speaker, who they talked about giving more power to in the meantime, in between time. Kind of ironic, huh? Both got the same Liberty score. Both got the exact same Liberty score. Steve Scalise, not too far from that at 42%, right? 42% there. And then the guy who is Byron Donalds' main competition is Tom Emmer, majority whip. He's at 31%. So obviously an improvement over McCarthy. But if you go all the way to the very top of the list, baby, Byron Donalds, votes to liberals, 0%. A+ Liberty score. He has voted 0 times. 0. Go to the liberals. And Jim Jordan is right behind him, actually. Interesting. So in terms of Byron Donalds getting an endorsement from Carlos, I'm not too worried about it. You know, I'm not worried about it at all, to be totally honest. I think it's a fantastic thing, and I think it spells that we may have Byron Donalds as speaker. And as you guys remember earlier, I told you to take note. He said Trump will be happy with who becomes speaker. He also said it will be over quickly. And now you have Carlos, one of the 25 who voted against Jim Jordan, actually coming out and supporting Byron. I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think? Y'all let me know in the comment section. And then, of course, you got AOC saying, you know, oh, no, he's not the candidate. Nope, can't have him. What y'all thinking? Let me know in the comment section. I think we may have Speaker Byron Donalds very soon. But, of course, like I said, there is stiff competition. Tom Emmer, right, who has a Liberty score that's significantly lower than Byron Donalds at, where was his at? 31% votes to liberals, right? 31%. I'll take 0 over 31 all day, any day, okay? All day, any day. I'm just saying. But y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Do you think Byron Donalds will become Speaker of the House? Or do you think it will be Tom Emmer? Will the establishment win again with Tom Emmer? Or will we the people finally prevail? Y'all let me know. Peace and love. I'm out.